The further a society drifts from truth, the more it will hate those who speak it. The most effective way to destroy people is to deny and obliterate their own understanding of their history. All tyrannies rule through fraud and force, but once the fraud is exposed, they must rely exclusively on force. The people will believe what the media tells them they believe. In a time of universal deceit, telling the truth is a revolutionary act. The past was erased, the erasure was forgotten, the lie became the truth. It's frightful that people who are so ignorant should have so much influence. However much you deny the truth goes on existing. A society becomes totalitarian when its structure becomes flagrantly artificial, that is, when its ruling class has lost its function but succeeds in clinging to power by force or fraud. Free speech is my right to say what you don't want to hear. That rifle hanging on the wall of the working class flat or laborer's cottage is the symbol of democracy. It is our job to see that it stays there. Journalism is printing what someone else does not want printed, everything else is public relations. If liberty means anything at all, it means the right to tell people what they do not want to hear. It is curious how people take it for granted that they have a right to preach at you and pray over you as soon as your income falls below a certain level. So much of left-wing thought is a kind of playing with fire by people who don't even know that fire is hot. We know that no one ever seizes power with the intention of relinquishing it. There is no swifter route to the corruption of thought than through the corruption of language. True freedom is the right to say something that others don't want to hear. If you want a vision of the future, imagine a boot stamping on a human face, forever. War against a foreign country only happens when the moneyed classes think they are going to profit from it. Some ideas are so stupid that only intellectuals believe them. Political language is designed to make lies sound truthful and murder respectable, and to give an appearance of solidity to pure wind. The upper class desire to remain so, the middle class wish to overthrow the upper class, and the lower class want a classless system. The aim of a joke is not to degrade the human being, but to remind him that he is already degraded. We are all capable of believing things which we know to be untrue, and then, when we are finally proved wrong, impudently twisting the facts so as to show that we were right. We have now sunk to a depth at which restatement of the obvious is the first duty of intelligent men. The nationalist not only does not disapprove of atrocities committed by his own side, but he has a remarkable capacity for not even hearing about them. The object of terrorism is terrorism. The object of oppression is oppression. The object of torture is torture. The object of murder is murder. The object of power is power. The object of power is power. Now, do you begin to understand me? It is not possible for any thinking person to live in such a society as our own without wanting to change it. Men can only be happy when they do not assume that the object of life is happiness. Freedom of the press, if it means anything at all, means the freedom to criticize and oppose. Who controls the past controls the future. Who controls the present controls the past.